Breathing. It's something we do every moment of our lives, often without thinking. But did you know that the way we breathe can significantly impact our health and well-being? Proper breathing can enhance our physical and mental state, while improper breathing can lead to various health issues. Today, we'll explore the importance of breathing and how mastering it can change your life. I used to think I was breathless from fatigue, but it turned out, well, I just didn't know how to breathe. You wake up in the morning, seemingly having slept, but there's a heaviness in your body. Taking a step feels like, well, like a major effort. Your thoughts are foggy, and your heart pounds, sometimes feeling like it's in your back, sometimes in your throat. You try to catch your breath, but it feels like you can't inhale fully. Scary, right? But this is how almost every second person over 50 lives. And you know what's most terrifying? We put up with it. We endure it, considering it a normal part of aging, until one day it becomes truly frightening. There's air all around, but you can't breathe it in. And that's when I learned about John Smith, a scientist who didn't just survive a severe illness but actually regained his health simply through breathing. No pills, no doctors, just breathing. Conscious, deep, simple breathing. He says, as long as you breathe correctly, you live. Everything else can be restored. If you feel that your breathing isn't what it used to be, please write the word breathing in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the senior community channel yet, do it right now. Because in the next few minutes, you'll learn something that doctors often keep silent about. And now, let's explore the story of a man who brought himself back to life, one breath at a time. The story of John Smith, from illness to strength. He was confined to bed for 3 years, not 3 days, not 3 weeks, but 3 long years filled with pain, fear, and the feeling that his body no longer obeyed him. His diagnosis was severe hip joint disease. Doctors were pessimistic, throwing up their hands, and the prognoses were frightening. But John Smith didn't give up. He started searching, reading, studying, and comparing information. One day he realized that everything starts with breathing. He tried a simple exercise, one inhale, one exhale, mindfully, consciously. Not with force, but with trust in his body. After just 1 month he could sit up. After 2 months he could stand, and after 6 months he was able to run. Breathing is more than just a reflex. It's a vital process that significantly impacts our overall well-being. Proper breathing techniques can enhance our physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability. By focusing on our breath, we can reduce stress, improve cardiovascular health, and even boost our immune system. It's a simple yet powerful tool that we often overlook in our daily lives. So let's take a moment to appreciate the importance of proper breathing and how it can transform our lives for the better. Then, he began teaching others because he understood the most crucial point. We don't just get old, we forget how to breathe properly. He embarked on a round-the-world expedition to understand how people in different countries maintain their health. He studied longevity systems, yogic traditions, and Tibetan practices. Everywhere he looked, he found the same common element: breathing. Deep, slow, genuine breathing. John Smith's story isn't about a miracle, it's about making a choice. Either you lose yourself with every exhale, or you reclaim yourself, breath by breath. But how exactly can breathing impact the heart, brain, blood pressure, and even your mood? Let's investigate why breathing is the hidden key to longevity. Why is breathing this hidden key? One day, television host David Miller found himself facing a critical situation. A serious operation was looming, and the recovery seemed long and agonizing. It was precisely then that he met John Smith. The scientist offered him just one piece of advice: breathe. Not superficially or frantically like most of us are accustomed to, but deeply, with understanding. A month later, Miller was walking without a cane. Why is breathing so fundamentally important? Because it's the only process in our body that is simultaneously automatic and controllable. We can consciously manage it, and through that control, manage ourselves. Proper breathing normalizes blood pressure, significantly reduces stress levels, strengthens the heart, accelerates metabolism, and even helps eliminate toxins from the body. However, most people breathe incorrectly. Their breaths are shallow, rapid, and erratic. With each breath like this, the body receives not energy, but an alarm signal. John Smith asserts, every short, shallow breath steals days from your life, while every conscious, deep breath adds years. The environment we live in significantly impacts our breathing. From the quality of air we inhale to the spaces we occupy, each element plays a crucial role in our respiratory health. It's not just about the air outside, indoor air quality matters just as much. So, let's explore how different environments shape the way we breathe and ultimately our overall well-being. He himself was living proof of this. The man who once couldn't even get out of bed became a symbol of longevity and strength. But breathing isn't solely about physical health, it's also about control and finding inner support. Yet, there's something that insidiously destroys our breathing from within, something we encounter daily without even noticing. Let's discuss the invisible danger that saps our strength while we're simply sitting at home. The silent danger, polluted air, and the reality of city life. Have you ever noticed how difficult it can be to breathe in a room where the windows haven't been open for a long time? The air feels heavy, stagnant, and even if the temperature is perfectly comfortable, something prevents you from taking a deep, satisfying breath. John Smith used to say, "We think we're breathing fresh air, but in reality, we're often inhaling the accumulated fatigue of others." Inside apartments, especially in urban environments, the air becomes saturated with harmful substances, off-gassing from furniture, synthetics, plastics, and household chemicals. Add to this the exhaust fumes seeping in from the streets, the general stuffiness and dust, and you'll begin to understand that your respiratory system is fighting a battle for survival every single day, often without you even realizing it. Consider the story of one man. He worked from home and rarely opened his windows during the winter. He suffered from constant fatigue, headaches, and insomnia. He decided to spend a week camping in the forest. By the third day, he experienced newfound mental clarity and physical vigor. Upon returning home, he made a simple change. He started opening his windows every hour. It was a small action, yet it had a huge effect. Smith often said, 1 month spent in the mountains can potentially slow down the aging process by half a year. But if you don't have the opportunity to get away, you need to learn to breathe as if you were there. He developed a specific technique that mimics breathing fresh mountain air. This technique helps saturate the body with oxygen, purify the blood, and strengthen blood vessels. And the good news is, you can start practicing it today, right now. You're about to learn the specific exercises that have changed the lives of hundreds of people and have the potential to change yours too. 6 breathing techniques from John Smith, the complete system. When John Smith first began sharing his method, many people were skeptical. They couldn't believe that just 5 minutes of specific breathing could actually change anything significant. But then they tried it, and they understood. This isn't merely breathing, it's the activation of life force within. He identified 6 key exercises, each acting like a small lever that triggers the body's natural restoration processes. First, complete breathing. This teaches you to breathe deeply and evenly, filling your lungs completely, from your abdomen all the way up to your collarbones. Just 1 minute of this, and you'll feel a sense of presence return to your body, as if you're truly coming back to yourself. Second, overcoming breath. This technique works with the neck, diaphragm, and nervous system. It's particularly helpful for relieving anxiety and tension. Inner calm arises through the smooth, controlled movement of air. Third, cooling breath. You inhale cool air through a curled tongue, like a straw, and exhale fatigue. This is especially beneficial for those dealing with high blood pressure, headaches, or feelings of internal heat. Fourth, cleansing breath. This involves alternate, Nostril breathing. It helps balance the brain's hemispheres, clear the sinuses, and restore focus and attention. Fifth, sharp exhalations for awakening. These are short, powerful bursts of air, like flicking an internal energy switch. They are very helpful for waking yourself up when you feel sluggish or lack energy. Sixth, frequent abdominal breathing. This technique rapidly saturates the blood with oxygen, fully engages the diaphragm, and helps tone the core muscles. Each of these exercises typically takes only about 1 minute to perform, yet the cumulative effect can feel like you've had a long, restful break, as if your body is remembering its optimal state of being. However, even these powerful exercises won't be fully effective if a person continues to hold on to 3 common destructive beliefs about breathing. Now, you'll discover the mistakes that prevent most people from breathing correctly and consequently cause them to lose precious years of their lives. If you've sensed that breathing is more than just an automatic reflex, that it truly has the power to revive, cleanse, and restore your strength, please write the single word "awakening" in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the senior community yet, please do it right now. We focus on creating content that helps people regain their health not through complicated formulas, but through simple, often forgotten truths. Please support us so we can continue sharing information that genuinely helps. Here are 3 common mistakes that steal your breath and years of your life. First, I already know how to breathe. Yes, everyone breathes automatically, but not everyone breathes correctly or efficiently. Most people tend to breathe too quickly and shallowly, primarily using the upper part of their chest. This pattern is often associated with fear, anxiety, and a state of survival mode. Proper, healthy breathing, on the other hand, is deep, calm, and originates from the abdomen. It is this type of breathing that truly heals, restores, and rejuvenates the body. Second, deep breathing means holding your breath for a long time. Many people mistakenly believe they need to inhale deeply and then hold their breath for as long as possible. This is a misconception. Holding your breath, especially if your body isn't conditioned for it, can lead to dizziness, increased tension, and even trigger panic reactions. Smith always emphasized that breathing should be like a gentle swing, even soft and flowing in rhythm. With nature's pace. Third, it's too late for me to start. Consider this. One woman began practicing Smith's breathing method at the age of 72. Within just 2 months, her blood pressure stabilized, her chronic nighttime anxieties disappeared, and as she described it, she finally found a sense of peace. The body is remarkably responsive at any age. The crucial factor isn't you start, but you start at all. If you recognized yourself in even one of these limiting beliefs, please write the word awareness in the comments. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the senior community, please subscribe now. Here we learn to listen not only to external advice, but, more importantly, to our own bodies. Now let's discuss exactly how to begin if you've never engaged in breathing practices before. It's quite simple, and you can start feeling a difference as early as tomorrow. Simple practice. How to start breathing correctly today. Begin with just one exercise for just 1 minute. Think of this not as a strenuous workout or a burden, but as a gentle invitation to connect with yourself. Choose the complete breathing technique. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Slowly exhale completely through your nose, feeling your lungs empty. Then, take a smooth, gradual inhale, starting from your lower abdomen, letting the breath fill your chest and rise up towards your collarbones. Exhale again smoothly, without any jerks or forcing. Just focus on the breath and yourself. The best times to practice are often in the morning before eating or in the evening before going to sleep. Treat it like a ritual, a way to mindfully close the day or greet the new one, not with anxiety and rushing, but with calm and peace. One woman who started practicing this simple 3-minute routine every evening shared, "For the first time in many years, I fell asleep without needing pills. Without my mind racing with heavy thoughts, I just exhaled, and I fell asleep." The truly unfortunate situation is when we only start to appreciate the value of breathing when we find ourselves struggling for air. Don't wait for that critical moment. Support your body now, while it still has the capacity to respond readily. And the final point I want to share with you, perhaps the most crucial one, this isn't just about a technique, it's about life itself. And life fundamentally begins with a single breath. We enter this world with an inhale, and we depart it with an exhale. Everything that happens in between those 2 points constitutes our entire life. And the way we breathe, day in and day out, significantly determines the quality of that life. Whether it will be full of energy or plagued by fatigue, marked by clarity or clouded by anxiety, long and fulfilling or tragically cut short too soon. John Smith demonstrated through his own life and work, breathing can truly be medicine. It has the power to trigger the body's natural restoration processes without resorting to injections, pills, or expensive medical procedures. It doesn't cost money, it only requires your attention. Every single inhale you take is a chance, an opportunity. Every exhale offers a possibility to release accumulated tension, fear, and pain. We certainly don't control everything that happens in this world, but we absolutely control our own breathing. And through that control, we can reclaim our energy, mental clarity, physical health, and inner peace. If you've watched this video all the way to the end and felt something resonate within you, please write the word life in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the Senior Community channel yet, please do so now. Support our work so we can continue to share simple yet profoundly valuable knowledge with you. Take care of yourself, not someday, but right now. See you in the next video.